Alright, so here is my fantasy island map. I've created some different areas of my map that are named after things that are meaningful to me. I've got Sir James Island, named after my husband, Robin Rock, which is my sister. I've got Casa de Fowler, Magnolia Lake, which is the street that I grew up on, Vermeer Mountains, my maiden name, Myers Bay Beach, that's my niece Meyer. I've got the Cliffs of Arrow after my son, and I've incorporated some map symbols so it looks more authentic, like an old map. When you're creating your maps, you're going to use watercolor pencils, and these are great because they're easy to use, like drawing with a colored pencil, but you can use water on them to create a look that's more watercolored. So I want you to think about blending these the same way that you did the oil pastel. So you can use shading by using a darker green value and then a lighter green value. When you're coloring, you don't need to go too hard on these, and when you're using water, just use a tiny bit of water, like not much at all. You really just have to get the paintbrush damp. So you should have your watercolor pencils, you should have a paintbrush, just one is fine, a smaller one, and then a cup of water and some paper towel. So I just want to show you how these blend. So I'm getting my brush just a little damp. I'm going to use paper towel to wipe off any excess water, so it's just barely damp. And then, I don't know if you can see this, I'm going to go along the direction that I want these to blend. If you've written type in there, you don't want the type to get muddled, so I wouldn't go over the type in water. Maybe do that last, write your labels in. So you can see that blends together really well. It looks like watercolor. The more water you put on it, the more it's going to blend. You can see I used more water in the water of my map, so it blends a little bit more. You do want to clean your brush off between colors because you can see that green will come through a little bit. I haven't cleaned my brush. So that's about it. If you want a lighter color, use lighter pressure with your colored pencil. Use map symbols. I chose this paper to make it look more like an old paper. That's about it. So you want to fill in your map, make it interesting, make it meaningful to you, use map symbols, use the colored pencil like a watercolor tool, and think about how that's going to work. You might want to test on some scratch paper before you work on your actual map to see how the colors are turning out, and just practice a little bit. That's about it. Have fun.